Howdy, it's Matt, and in this episode for you is the FPV Maiden of the Ritewing HardCore 38-inch flying wing, or FPV flying wing. Now, I'm sure we've already been taken off in the background, and I can tell you personally, I didn't hold back for its maiden, and I've also got some flight footage of the second FPV flight, and if you think this one goes fast, you wait till you see the other one. I absolutely caned its nuts off, to say the least. However, I have some unfortunate news for you. In short, I need to make the decision whether to either sell or adapt this wing. And the reason for that is very simple, which is noise. If I was in the United States and I had a desert to fly in and I had no neighbours to annoy, then this wing wouldn't be an issue at all. However, in its current configuration with the right wing 2814 1700 kV on 4S, because of the way the wing is set up with so much stuff around the propeller, it's just making too much noise, and we had a noise complaint up at the farm, and of course that's Andrew's dad, so we can't ignore that. So I do need to make the decision whether this wing stays, and if it does stay, then I need to heavily adapt it, or to just sell it on to somebody who really doesn't have an issue with noise at wherever they fly. So yeah, bit of a downer on this one, I've got to admit. But on the flip side, I have to say that it flew bloody well. It went exactly where I pointed it. It does run, mine is running with 173 grams of lead up in that nose. There's 2 lumps of lead, or lots of lead either side, and that was running with a 5200 4S pack in there as well. So yeah, it's got its niggles, but ultimately, did it fly extremely well? Did it go exactly where I wanted it to go? And the answer to that is yes, it did. We just have an issue. We have 2 major issues. Well, 2 issues, should I say. One over the centre of gravity. And number 2 is the amount of noise which this wing creates. So watch this space. Make sure you press subscribe, because you will find out the journey of this wing, whether it stays or whether it goes. I genuinely, right now, I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't want to put you off this wing. Like I said, if you've got large open spaces where you can fly a wing like this in its standard configuration, it is absolutely bonkers. However, it does make too much noise. We did receive a noise complaint, so I take that extremely seriously, because it's Andrew's dad, so it's his fault. Something went wrong with the audio there, so apologies. I'm having to stitch this bit in. So as we were saying, unfortunately, we did receive a noise complaint about the HardCore 38 FPV flying wing. It is a bloody loud wing, and especially in the second flight, which, like I said, I'll stick up on YouTube for you. I really didn't hold back, but the model does go exactly where I pointed it to go. And with that said, I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of the flight. We are chasing Dave around at the same time with a different wing, and look out for the next one, and I will keep you up to date with what happens with this wing now. Does it find a new home? Do I adapt it? I don't know. I genuinely do not know right now, so don't let that spoil the rest of the flight. It's a great wing. It goes exactly where you want it to go, but we do need to solve the issue around noise. So with that said, look out for the current meter in the bottom left hand corner. Like I said, we don't hold back that much, and if I'm chasing Dave, well, I'm trying to keep up with him, or he's trying to keep up with me, and then when I'm off on my own, then it's full knacker all the way. So for myself, Matt, enjoy the flights. Cheerios.